much of a script for this one. I mean, I never have a script for these, but this one is like very unscripted. I had a general idea of what I wanted to do, but let's get into it. Let's get into the idea. So some of you may know I like manga. I don't remember if I said it in like my first video where I was talking about myself, but if you didn't know, I like manga and anime by extension. I mainly prefer anime because reading isn't my preferred medium to consume most of my content. But if I really like an anime or I really like the manga, I will read a manga. And Demon of the Shadow Realm is no exception to this rule. I don't know if you guys have ever read Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, but the woman who made Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, or the manga Fullmetal Alchemist, made this series right here. It's called Demons of the Shadow Realm. Demons of the Shadow Realm. And I guess I'm just gonna tell you guys about it. I've only read the first one. I don't really know. Would this be considered like a volume? This wouldn't be like the first chapter because there's multiple chapters within this book. And this is one of the first mangas I've ever read. Like physically, I've read some of them digitally, but typically it's like, how do I explain it? It's to catch up or pick up where the anime left off. It's never to start with. But I know there is an anime for Demons of the Shadow Realm, but I haven't watched that one yet. I kind of wanted to get finished reading this before I watch the anime. I got the first two books, I guess. I'm just gonna call them books because I don't know if they're chapters or volumes, but I got the first two books here. And I'm gonna try to kind of tell you about the power system, the characters so far, and the overall plot of the story. So if you want to go in kind of, what's the word? Blind. If you want to go in kind of blind, I'd recommend coming back to this video, but please do come back to the video if you do leave. But we're just gonna talk about it. I was gonna wait till I read this one, which would be the second book, but I've only read the first one, so I have no idea what happens here. So please hold on to spoiling anything for me as well. I'm not like super anti-spoiler, but I would appreciate, just having, being given the time to read on my own, if that makes sense. But let's kind of get into it. So the general premise of the story is, let's see, our main character Yuru is raised in this village, and I feel like they kind of try to subvert your expectations with this, because you spend a lot of time within this village and you're like, oh, okay, this kind of takes place in the past, sort of deal, like before the advent of modern technology. But then he gets raided by a bunch of people who have access to like helicopters and stuff, and like just modern day technology, cars and stuff like that. And you're like, oh, okay, so like they're kind of living like hermits in a village lost in time. And Yuru has this twin sister named Asa. Is the one in the middle. Yeah, I gotta know what the parents look like. They don't at all look related, but essentially these are twins, and they were born on a specific day, and due to what they are and their abilities, essentially they're set to cause an apocalypse. So the story revolves around them kind of preventing that characters themselves don't start an apocalypse, but the people around them use them to incite major incidents within this world. And Yuru is just trying to find his sister because his family fled the village with his sister but left him behind. I don't know why they did that. I don't know when it'll be explained, but yeah, they left him behind in the village, and he grew up taking care of what they called fake Asa. He thought it was his real sister until the real Asa shows up, and I can't remember if she kills the fake Asa or not, but yeah. So Yuru is just kinda on a quest. He gets like abducted from his village, and he's kinda on a quest to just kinda adjust and get answers because the world he knows it has been kinda shattered. He wasn't aware of technology either. So he's like in a new world, and he's realizing that all of his loved ones have been lying to him his whole life. So it's probably going to be like a major adjustment for him and his character. And yeah, that's kind of the plot. Essentially, they're trying to find one another for different reasons entirely. But Yuru's also trying to find his parents because he doesn't know if he can trust the fake Asa or the people that rescued him from his village, because they've been lying to him this whole time. And this fake Asa shows up and like kills a bunch of people. So I get it. I get why he wouldn't trust either of them. And let's talk a bit about the power system. I don't know if you noticed, but like in this right here, these two beings, right? So this would be my right. Which one is it? This one would be my right, but I think this is the left one. This is the left statue, and this is the right one. And how the power system works is these people in this realm or in this world have what are known as daemons, or it could be pronounced as demons. I don't know, but it's spelled Daemons. And they have these pairs that they are in control of. So they're kind of like, how do I explain it? They're kind of like cursed spirits. If you've ever read or watched JJK, they're kind of like cursed spirits that people have access and control over. And they typically come in pairs. As far as I'm concerned, they refer to all of them as pairs. So I think everybody gets two. I don't think I've seen a person with one. And Yuru's pair are these two statues here. And let me see if I can find a panel from the manga. I'm sorry it's taking longer than I expected it to. I'm trying to find a panel where you see both of them. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that, but right there, right there, right there. This is them. The male is the right one, and the woman is the left. You can kind of tell by the number of horns, because if you see here, let's see, the right one, hold up, which one? I'm sorry. The right one has two horns, see, 1, 2, and the left one only has one. So I'm sorry if I'm getting right and left mixed up a lot. It's just that you're supposed to read manga backwards, and I have to invert it for you guys, so like I don't know which one is which. But yeah, Yuru has no idea what he's doing, and he's kind of getting used to the fact that like has these two really strong beings willing to do his bidding. But they're not all humanoid, I guess. Let's see. This character, her name is Gabby, and she has an upper and lower jaw that form a mouth as her daemon pair. I kind of want to show you guys, but like I feel like it'd just be kind of weird because I'd just be showing you like every manga panel. But yeah, that's kind of how it works. I can't remember what Asa's pair was, but yeah. And I guess let's talk about some of the characters. I've already told you guys about Yuru. He's the main character on a quest to find his sister and his parents. Asa's on a quest to take her brother in for some reason. We don't know exactly. This is Jin. He works for quote-unquote the bad guys, because I have a hard time believing these guys are like totally evil. We haven't seen them do anything horrendous yet. That's crazy to say because they wiped out like the people in the village, but I feel like there was like some ulterior motive to that, or like you attack me, I attack you sort of deal. And yeah, Jin, his demon bear is kind of cool. So I'm just gonna kind of explain it from what I saw in the first book. One pair acts as, well, together they act as an anglerfish, but one pair, well, one of the pair acts as a lure, like, you know, the light that an anglerfish has on its head, and then the other one acts as the actual fish. So they typically work in tandem, but they are separate entities. But the lure fish, or like the lure daemon, can turn into people. So yeah, its form is like typically like, you know, cartoonish ghosts, like with the gaping eyes and like the big mouth. But then if he's like trying to do something to lure someone in, it can turn into a loved one. It can turn into a loved one, or just anybody really. Anybody he needs for the job. And then once you're trapped, like a mouth opens up somewhere near you, and it's like a giant fish that swallows you. But there's also hands in its mouth. So yeah, Jen is weird. Jen is a weird guy, and they seem to have like different forms, because Jin's daemon kind of appears as like just like a standard fish until, I guess, like, I don't know if activate is the right word. I'm not sure if activate is the right word, but that's kind of what it feels like. It feels like he's activating it. So yeah, there are also two other characters that I haven't mentioned because they're not on a cover, but these are the people that rescue Yuru, and their names are Dara and Hana. And they're like undercover as like a family, trying to stay away from the eye of Asa's organization that she's working for over here. And this is where we like learn that not all daemon are like crazy looking, or like not right off. I'm assuming these two daemon I'm about to show you have an additional form, which looks more akin to like what their name is. But hold up. I'm trying to. There's got to be a better way to do this, but you see, it's just a dog and a cat. But their names are Zenko, Koro. I know I butchered that really hard, but it translates to tiger at the like some demonic tiger and the dog turns into like a demonic wolf. And I just think that's a cool concept, and I kind of hope that these aren't just house pets that are good at dragging. I really want them to be like dangerous for some reason, but it kind of be cool if they were just like house pets. But that's really all I wanted to talk about today, guys. I think I might get back to you guys when I read the second one. And if you want to check this out, if you want to check out the series, it is again Demons of the Shadow Realm by Hiromu Arakawa. I think I said that right, but probably not. But yeah, it's Demons of the Shadow Realm by Hiromu Arakawa. So if this interested you and you want to know more, they have a series or an anime on Crunchyroll at the moment, and I got this from Walmart. But I'm sure there are places you can read it online legally. I'm not condoning people pirate manga or anime. And I'm sure you can like order this off Amazon or wherever people buy books. But that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed.